Shocking details emerge as Fulio's killers had sex during the murder plot. In a jaw-dropping turn of events, new details have emerged about the shocking murder of Jacksonville rapper Fulio. The story is like something out of a crime movie, but unfortunately, it's all too real. CCTV footage and police investigations have revealed that Fulio's killers not only planned his murder but also engaged in shocking behavior at the same time. The killers had rented an Airbnb in Tampa to plan and prepare for the murder. This was not just any ordinary rental, it was the place where a gruesome plan was put together. But what makes this story even more disturbing is that the killers were caught on camera engaging in sexual activities while planning Fulio's murder. That's right. They were not just planning a crime, but were involved in intimate moments during the time leading up to the horrific act. The Airbnb they rented had a Ring camera at the front door, which captured the comings and goings of the suspects. One of the main suspects, Isaiah Chance, was seen stepping out with a champagne flute in his hand, showing that the group was celebrating something. But what were they celebrating? It turns out they were celebrating the fact that they were about to commit a cold-blooded murder. Another shocking detail is that Alicia Andrews, who was also involved in the plot, was seen leaving the Airbnb wearing the same clothes she had on during the murder. This connected her directly to the crime scene. It's almost as if they didn't care about covering their tracks because they believed they were invincible. But the most disturbing part of all this is what the police found out later. The killers were not just focused on their sinister plot, they were also focused on their sexual desires. Investigators believe that the suspects were involved in sexual activities while at the Airbnb, right in the middle of planning the murder. This is a detail that has shocked everyone who has heard about it. As the group partied and celebrated, they were also involved in the most heinous of crimes. They were planning to take someone's life while engaging in acts of passion. The whole situation is something that is difficult to comprehend. It shows just how far gone these individuals were as they mixed pleasure with such a dark and terrible act. The police used all the footage and evidence they gathered from the Airbnb and other locations to build their case against the suspects. The surveillance videos didn't just capture the killers loading guns and planning the murder. They also captured the shocking behavior that was happening behind closed doors. This footage has been crucial in showing just how ruthless and cold-blooded the killers were. The suspects involved in this terrible crime were members of rival gangs in Jacksonville. Fulio, the victim, was part of the 6-block gang, which was in a violent feud with other gangs in the area. The killers were determined to end Fulio's life, and they didn't let anything get in their way, not even their own bizarre actions. As more information comes to light, the full extent of what happened that night becomes clearer. It's hard to imagine how someone could be so heartless as to celebrate and engage in sexual activities while planning to kill another person. But that's exactly what happened in this case. The killers thought they could get away with it, but they didn't count on the cameras and the determined efforts of law enforcement. In the end, the killers were caught and arrested. They now face serious charges and will likely spend the rest of their lives in prison. But the story of what they did, how they mixed murder with intimate moments, will go down in history as one of the most shocking and disturbing crimes ever committed. As this story continues to unfold, it serves as a reminder of just how dangerous and twisted some people can be. It's a tale that will be remembered for a long time, not just because of the murder, but because of the shocking details that surrounded it. This is a story of a gang war that went too far, of lives lost, and of killers who let their darkest desires take control during the planning of a horrific crime. The story of Fulio's murder and the shocking behavior of his killers is a warning to all about the dangers of gang violence and the lengths some will go to in their quest for power and revenge. This is not just a crime story, it's a chilling reminder of the evil that can lurk in the hearts of those who have lost their way.